Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Jai Hind, Namaskar. So I hope I am properly audible and visible to all of you. Good morning, everyone. So I welcome you all to this daily newspaper editorial analysis session, and we are going to discuss the editorials of the day. So I welcome you all to the session. How's your answer writing practice going on? It has been almost last week we have 4-5 sessions. This week also we have got 2 sessions. So there has been almost 7 sessions by now. We have done almost 7 sessions by now. So tell me, how is your answer writing practice coming up? Good morning. See, we have started last week, and I think all of you may have started this answer writing part. We have got around 14 questions, and through these questions we have been able to see multiple keywords. Starting is good, but ending is getting abrupt finish. So it is about like practice. See, it's not that you will get to write the answer in just 7 days. It requires a continuous practice. So tell me one thing honestly. In the last 7 to 8 days, have you written more than 10 answers or not? आपने अभी तक में 10 आंसर से ऊपर लिखा है या नहीं? Have you written more than 10 answers or not? You are feeling more confident? Good. I think you all may have written more than 10 answers. तो अगर 10 आंसर का टारगेट लेकर चले इन 1 वीक, 10 लाइन लिखने के बाद टॉपिक एंड हो जाता है. So yes, then you need to plan. You need to plan for this, Kavya. What you have to do, first look at the question, try to find out the different dimensions of it. पहले इसके अलग अलग dimensions को देखना है, and then you have to write the answer. So like today also we will like to see, we will try to see one question. एक question हम लोग आज भी देखेंगे. We will try to see कि how we are going to approach that question. How we are going to approach that question. If you are clear about the approach, if you are clear about the format, then writing the answer becomes easier. So like see, we have the first question here. The coexistence of a billion tons of wasted food and a billion hungry stomach is not an irony. It is an indictment for inefficiency and apathy. Examine the causes of food wastage in India and suggest measures. Examine the causes of food wastage in India and suggest measures. Okay. Now, there is a pattern here which you have to understand. Look at the first line. It starts from here and it ends here. But there is no keyword. At the end of this one part, there is no keyword. The question starts from here that examine the causes of food wastage in India and suggest measures. That is the only part of question which you have to answer. The rest one part is just a like background, just a part where many of the people get deviated, where many of the people get deviated, they have to write about this. No, you don't have to write about this. You have to write about the second part, examine the causes of food wastage in India and the suggesting of measures to overcome it. So how we are going to start this answer? First of all, we are going to have an intro. In introduction, again, last day when we have discussed about the food wastage, we have seen some facts related to this. क्या हमने इससे related कुछ facts देखा था? We have seen some facts related to this, that how much ton of food is being wasted annually. What is the economic value of that food? The first part which we have seen that what are the facts related to this one part, the introduction. So this is the first part where you can start with. You are going to write around 2 to 3 lines in this portion about some of the facts, 2 or 3 facts which you want, you can add it here. You can mention about the amount of the food wasted, the economic value, and if you want, you can also write the environmental impact if you want. Otherwise, you can mention about the hunger index and India's performance in that also. So you can start with 2 or 3 facts. That will be the first part, around 15 to 20 words. Try to finish it in around 15 to 20 words. Now, you have to give the causes of food wastage. So next part will be a subheading, causes of food wastage. Causes of food wastage. That will be the first subheading which you are going to make here, the causes of food wastage. Then you will make a point that we have this inadequate post-harvest structure, post-harvest facilities. Inadequate post-harvest facilities. Like we have lack of cold storage facilities, we have lack of cold supply chains, we are storing in jute bags, which are subject to infections, which are subject to the food getting spoiled. So here we will write the inadequate post-harvest facilities, and there we will try to write these points, that what are the other issues, what are the issues there, that we are having a lack of food storage facilities, or we are having lack of cold storage facilities, which leads to degradation of grains. Second part, lack of cold supply chains, which lead to damage to the fruits, vegetables and other perishable goods. Okay. Third part, the packaging of materials is not done in a scientific manner. There is use of jute bags. Which leads to infections and destruction of the grains. The first part, inadequate post-harvest facilities. Okay. Second thing is, we can write the household waste. The household waste. Now, I think you know this better. I think you know this part better, that how we are wasting the food items in our home. How we are wasting the food items in our home, how we are spoiling the food. So all these part which you can mention here. Then we have the distribution part. The wholesaler. And then we have the retail outlets. So you have got multiple such factors last day also, that what factors are responsible behind the food wastage in India. If you want, you can add additional things also, like food wastage due to the grand processions, like we are having wedding ceremonies these days. जैसे अभी wedding ceremony start हो चुकी होगी, I think so. Okay. We are having this wedding season now, and during the wedding season we have spoilage of huge amount of food items. Huge amount of food item is going to be spoiled during the season. So this is one of the part, that what leads to the spoiling of food, the loss of food, the cause of the food wastage. So that will be the first part of it, cause of the food wastage. Now here, if you want to write the impact, okay, if you want to write the impact also, okay, what will be the impact of it? This is not a demand of question. This is not a demand of question, but if you want to add it, you can mention it in a flow chart. If you want, you can mention it in a flow chart in 4 or 5 points. What is the impact? Greenhouse gas emission, okay, or the spoilage of food is equal to economic loss. Then we see hunger is rising also. On one side food waste, other side we have food insecurity. So all these points you can also write it here. There is contamination of ground, contamination of water bodies due to spoiled food items. So spoiled food items, they are being thrown on the ground, on the soil, or on in the water. So there is a pollution there also. So if you want, you can write the impact. If you don't want, you can skip it. You can directly come to the measures, that what should be done. And when you are writing the measures, then you have to ensure you are addressing the problems which have been highlighted by you. If you want, if you have to suggest the measures, you have to make sure that you are addressing the problems which you have highlighted here, that what are the causes of food waste. Whatever you have written here, you have to provide solution for that in the measures. So then you can give the measures part, that what measures are required. What measures are required. Here you can write the points. And then finally, when it comes to conclusion, you may have seen that we have got multiple such chains, multiple such NGOs who are working for reducing the food wastage from many of these households or many of these other places. You can mention that. Or if you want, you can mention the scheme of government. You can mention a scheme of government with respect to establishment of food chain. अगर गवर्नमेंट की कोई स्कीम है which is related to establishment of mega food park or cold storage facilities like प्रधानमंत्री किसान संपदा योजना, which leads to establishment of mega food parks, which leads to establishment of cold chain. So if you want, you can mention a government scheme there. You can mention, either you can mention a government scheme, or you can mention the work of any NGO which is already being done. So these are the options which you can use in the conclusion also. कि conclusion में आप यहाँ पे क्या add कर सकते हो. Okay. Remember one thing, conclusion is the uniqueness, the introduction and conclusion, it is the uniqueness of your answer. तो इसके लिए आपको काम करना पड़ेगा. You have to search something additional, you have to find something additional and you have to add it to your answer. तो ऐसा नहीं कि you have to write the answer exactly on the basis of the editorial which we have discussed. You can find a little bit more about it. You can find some schemes of the government. You can add it in your answer. I hope that's clear. So I think now you have the idea. Okay, suppose you have to write the conclusion, what you can add. अगर आपके पास बैच है तो आप बैच से ही कर लीजिए, that is sufficient. नहीं, 2 to 5 words doesn't matter. 2 to 5 words will not matter. If there is an increase of 10 to 15 words, then it is a thing which you have to address. Can be include provisions and schemes both in major steps or in conclusion. So if you want to include provisions or schemes in the measures, you can mention that you can mention that scheme or provision in measures also, but you have to modify it in such a manner. Like suppose we can have establishment of cold chains as envisaged under the PM Kisan Sampada Yojana. Okay. So there is a need of establishment of cold chains by enforcing the schemes of PM Kisan Sampada Yojana. If you want, you can use it there. But once you have used a scheme in measures, try to find something else. try to find something else for your conclusion. तो अगर आपने उसको इस्तेमाल कर लिया है तो then you have to do something new in the conclusion part. It cannot be the repetition of the same thing. It should be something new. It should be something unique. That is one thing which you have to keep in mind. Okay, got it? So, how many of you have written the answers accordingly? Adiko, now tell me this one thing, Kavya. Now, is it possible to write more than 10 lines now? Is it possible to write more than 10 lines now? Just set your answer in a proper format. If you set your answer in a proper format, then you will easily find the words. So let's start. Let's start today's topic. The first topic is about women reservation. The first topic is with respect to women reservation. Now this topic is getting repeated day after day. Okay. This topic is getting repeated day after day. So we will try to see it once again. Now, I have explained it to you earlier also. There have been a question from this in the past also. We have seen women movement related thing or patriarchy. This is one part which we have already seen. This is related to GS paper 2 also and even part of GS paper 1. So GS paper 1 से भी related है women in society and women in politics. Both these things are there. It is related to GS paper 1 also, GS paper 2 also. Now coming to this article, let us see that what is this article talking about. I think you all are aware about this. You are all aware about this, that we have got the 106th Constitutional Amendment Act. This has provided 33% reservation. It has provided 33% reservation to women in Lok Sabha and Vidhan Sabha. Now recently we have seen that government has brought in an amendment which has been proposed to enforce it from 2029. To enforce it from 2029. Okay. So what we see, like when we are talking about this 106th Constitutional Amendment Act, it has been brought in by the government, and now this 106th Amendment Act is going to provide this 33% reservation to women in Lok Sabha and Vidhan Sabha. The aim here is quite clear. The aim of this is to ensure that there is equality. There is a equality. There is a inclusion. There is an inclusion of women, and at the same time institutional transformation. Institutional transformation. This is one of the keywords which you have to use. These are certain keywords which you have to use. The 106th Amendment Act are talking about equality, inclusion, and also this institutional transformation. All these things are possible because of this. Okay. What may be the benefit, the potential benefit of the participation? If we talk about the potential benefit, what may be the potential benefits of this women's inclusion? Okay. What we will see that there will be a diversity in policy making. there is going to be a diversity in policy making or policy formulation. There is going to be a diversity in policy formulation, and this will lead to a informed and balanced decision making. This will lead to a informed and balanced decision making. If we are having institutional, means a change in the institution, a change in the structure of the governance. Like we see that right now, most of the places, most of the offices, most of the government institutes are being run mostly by men. And if there are women who are in power, it is a belief that they are just a representative of their male counterpart. It is just a belief that they are a representative of their male counterpart. Like we have the Sarpanch Pati culture. But when we are having MPs who are women, then the MP Pati culture is not there. You may not have seen that someone is claiming that I am a Pati of a MP. So it gives more power. If there is more power, there will be institutional transformation. There will be an institutional transformation. So what we see that there is going to be a diversity in policy formulation. That is one of the part which you can see here. Okay. Then you can see that the social issues, such as like health, sanitation, child care, or domestic violence, etc., may get more attention. It is generally a belief that if we are having women MPs in parliament, then health, sanitation, child care, domestic violence, these things are going to have a better policy attention. They might get more attention. So this is also one of the part. Okay. So what we see that there is also going to be a deepening of the democratic roots. Deepening of democratic roots. Emergence of women as women MPs or MLAs as role model. Okay. So suppose that if an area is having more and more MPs or MLAs who are women, then you will find that there is going to be a better participation of women in the grassroots politics also. जैसे अगर आप देखोगे कि if we are having a women MLA in a particular constituency, it may motivate multiple women in that area. It may motivate multiple women in that area to also come to the politics. It may start from panchayats, it may start from district level, but yes, they will become part of the politics. So what we see that, but still we make sexist remarks for women, happened with Georgia Meloni sees in powerful leaders. Yes, of course, there is still so many sexist remarks which are there. But then again, you have to remember one thing. The society is still in a phase of transformation. It is undergoing the phase of transition. It has not transitioned completely. There is not a complete transformation. It is in progress. The work is under progress. So when the work is under progress, you cannot expect that it will become an ideal. So this is one of the part. Then what we see that, like, it is going to improve, it might also improve the role of women in economy. We can have women friendly working environment. We can have a women friendly working environment in case of industries, in case of the institutions. So this is also one of the part that how it is going to bring the transformation in the society. Okay. This is also going to have a reform in the political parties. Okay. Will also lead to reform in political parties. Will also lead to reform in political parties. That even the political parties who are there, they will also be having some of the reforms. They will also be having some of the changes in their society. At the same time, okay, it is also going to broaden the talent pool in politics. It is also going to broaden the talent pool. Now we are going to have more participation of diverse group of people, diverse gender. So we will see that there will be more and more talent pool in the politics. So these are some changes which we are going to see. It is going to also reduce the dominance of dynastic politics. It is also going to reduce, might help in reducing the dynasty politics. Might help in reducing the dynastic politics. So these are certain things which might get reformed because of women participation in the Lok Sabha or in this election system, electoral system. But again, there are certain challenges or constraints. There are certain constraints to this. Can you tell me some of the constraints, that what challenges may be there? Okay. What challenges may be there in implementation of this 106th Amendment Act? There is a very famous leader in a women leader in New Zealand also, coming from a tribal background. So she was also very much popular, but then very few people talk about her. When we talk about Georgia Meloni, she is famous because she is following the type of politics which is in trend globally these days. If you look about the Italian politics, she is heavily criticized there in Italy for her policies of the government. So if you look at this part, she is famous because of the type of politics which is trending globally these days. Like Donald Trump is also from the same political motivation. Benjamin Netanyahu is also from the same political motivation. Georgia Meloni is also from the same political motivation. Okay. So they all belong to the same type of ideology. And at home, she has been heavily criticized. Not because she is a lady, but because of her policies. family pressure will hold them back, much more competition from male counterpart. But there is no such competition here from male counterpart. There is reservation. There is reservation. So there is no going to be such competition from the male counterpart. What we see that there is a major challenge here in 106th Amendment Act, that we are using a top-down approach rather than bottom-up approach for women empowerment. Okay. It is based on top-down approach rather than bottom-up approach of empowerment. So what we see that rather than empowering women from grassroots, what we have done, we have just provided a special facility. We have just provided a special facility. So whenever we are trying to have a special facility, it is only going to benefit a few of them. Okay. So what we see that the benefits are going to be limited. Benefits are going to be limited. We are not having a bottom-up approach. Bottom-up approach means where we are empowering the women to that level where they can compete with men on a general scale, on a general seat, on a normal unreserved seat. If a seat has already been reserved for women, then there is this top-down approach, and only a few selected of them, only a few selected among them will be getting the benefit of this. So that is one of the challenge which we might see. Then there is going to be a party level resistance. A party level resistance. Because it is resistance is generally normal if there is a change in status. If there is a change in a status, if there is a change in situation, then resistance is normal. Okay. Then the resistance is a type of a normal thing. Okay. Then we again see that the political empowerment translating into social empowerment have not been seen in society at a larger scale. Okay. Limited example of political empowerment leading to social empowerment. Example, 2 women president, 1 women prime minister, plus several women chief ministers. We have seen that we have got 2 women president in India. We have got a woman prime minister, a very powerful woman prime minister, a very much powerful women prime minister. And then we have got several chief ministers who have been women, from Rajasthan to Bihar to Kerala to Tamil Nadu and many other places, West Bengal. Okay. So we have seen multiple women, Delhi also. We have got multiple women in role of chief minister. We have got 2 president as women. We have got a very much powerful prime minister in form of women. And we have a women prime minister in 1960s, 70s and 80s. And despite that, the women empowerment in India has been on the lower side. So what we see that this top-down approach of women empowerment has been having a limited impact. Okay. Speaker of Lok Sabha also, we have got two different speakers in Lok Sabha in the last 15-20 years who have been women. We have got two very much important speakers in the last 20 years. Last 15 years also we can say that we have got from 2010 to 2026. From 2010 to 2026, we have got two different speakers in Lok Sabha who have been women. So despite having all these things, we have seen limited empowerment of women in India. The empowerment of women which is going on is limited to certain sections of the society, and especially in those sections where we see that there is a grassroots change. If there is a grassroots change, there is women empowerment. If there is no grassroots change, the impact of these reservation and other things are quite limited. So this is one of the challenging part, that if we are trying to achieve this, if we are trying to achieve this women empowerment through a top-down approach where just having a few MPs can lead to women empowerment in India, then again we need to examine this part also, that have we been able to do it in past. So this is one of the problems of the act. Coming forward, coming to the second most important article. This is an article by M.R. Madhavan. He is the co-founder and the president of PRS, Legislative Research. So if he writes it, you can write it directly in the exam. Okay. He is the co-founder of PRS. If you have to study about any bill, if you have to know about what is authentic in any bill, if you have to get any authentic data on politics of India, then PRS is one of the best. It is the best source. So here we are having an editorial from the co-founder and president of PRS Legislative Research. So what is the article all about? It is about the implication of increasing the size of Lok Sabha. It is about the implication of increasing the size of Lok Sabha. Now here again, if we look at the syllabus, it is related to two components. One is our parliament and its functioning, its structure, etc. And issues and challenges related to federal structure of India. So it is related to two different parts. One is parliament and its structure. Second is the federal structure of India. So it is related to both of these things. If we look at a question, the question has been there with respect to federalism. Examine the evolving pattern of center-state financial relation, etc. Then, what changes has the Union government recently introduced in domain of center-state relation? Okay. So, suggest measures to be adopted to build the trust between center and state for strengthening federalism. So, federalism is one of the repeating concurrent themes. It is a repeating theme. Many a times there are questions on this. They have to prepare for this part. Now let us look at this one section. Okay. That what is being said? We are having 131st Amendment Bill. It says that the size of the Lok Sabha will be increased from 550 to 850. And the number of seats for each state will be based on its proportion in the population of all states. So the number of seats is going to be on the basis of proportion in the population of all states. It is going to be on the basis of proportion. Now again here, the population is going to be on census, okay, which is going to be specified by the parliament by passing a law. So what we see, So this is for central level, but in word parsha, the women is only for connecting emotionally. The things like work by the husband or brother. Well, what can I say? See, it's very important part that women are not getting empowered due to women. If you look at this, many people may disagree for this, many people might disagree for this, but one of the cause, I'm not saying the only cause, but women are not getting empowered just because of women. So that is also one of the reason. If you have got a post, you have to come forward, you have to work, you have to go in the field, you have to do each and every task. So when you have got the option and still you are reliant on someone else, then it's your mistake, nobody else's mistake. Now see, remember one thing. Tell me one thing. If someone is giving you power, then are you powerful or the person who is giving you the power is powerful? Just think about this. If someone is giving you the power, then who is the real powerful one? The one who is giving you the power or the one who is having the power? Always ask this one thing. If someone is giving you power, then who is more powerful? The king or the kingmaker? So if people are trying to get power from someone just as a part of like, okay, let them give to us, then you will not become powerful. You will become powerful when you snatch the power, not when you are given the power. You will become powerful only when you snatch the power, not when you are given the power. So always remember this one part. Now see it. So there is an increase in seat on the basis of proportion. There is an increase in seat on the basis of proportion. Now the question is, what is going to be the implication of this? What is going to be the implication of this? Okay. What is going to be the implication of this? Implication of this 131st Constitutional Amendment Bill. 131st Constitutional Amendment Bill. What will be the impact of this? Okay. There will be no freezing of seats. No freezing on seats. What we will see that seats to be decided on basis of 2011 census. That the seat is going to be decided on the basis of census of 2011. Okay. There is going to be loss of seats to southern states. Loss of seats to southern states and gain for Hindi speaking states. We see that there is going to be a gain for Hindi speaking states. Like we are having Bihar, Uttar Pradesh, Rajasthan. They are going to get the benefit. Bihar, Uttar Pradesh, Rajasthan, they are going to get the benefit. Okay. Now, there is going to be a equality in the vote of citizens, okay, because it is on the basis of proportion of the population. So equalize the vote of equalize the vote value of all citizens, that it is going to equalize the vote value of all citizens. Nowadays the vote value of citizens of southern states are higher, and for northern states it is lower. The vote value of the southern states are higher, for the northern states it is lower. Now what we will see that, okay, like Uttar Pradesh, this is going to have, Uttar Pradesh and Bihar, they are going to have 25% of all seats. That although Maharashtra is second largest in population, then also Bihar got highest number of seats in Lok Sabha. It also followed another criteria. No, it's not on the basis of other criteria. What is the number of seats for Maharashtra? What is the number of seats for Maharashtra right now in Lok Sabha? What is the number of seats for Maharashtra in Lok Sabha right now? 48, and the number of seats in Bihar is 40. Now you have to compare. It's not that the increase is simply in the same manner. The increase is on the basis of proportion of seats. So increase may be lower, the increase in seats may be lower, but as a proportion, what is the main aim here? That throughout the country there will be a division of seats on the basis of proportion of population. Throughout the country there will be a division of the seats on the basis of proportion of population. So now everyone across the country, every citizen across the country will have the same vote value under the new mechanism which has been proposed. So this is one of the part. Okay. Here we will see that Uttar Pradesh plus Bihar, they are going to have 25% of all seats. 25% of all seats. 76 for Maharashtra and 79 for Bihar. I don't think it is going to be 79 for Bihar. I will check for this, Aditya, but I don't think that it is 79 for Bihar. 79 will be almost double. So check this once again. I don't think it is going to be 79. But yes, I will check it from my side and then we'll let you know in the next session. Now what we see, that at the same time, what we will see that the parliament can determine the period of delimitation and the census. Okay. So what we see that at present Constitution says delimitation after every census. But now in future it will be decided by Parliament. But in future it is going to be decided by Parliament, not as per the Constitution. Okay. So what we see that, like this is going to be decided by Parliament now, and that too by a simple majority. That in future, if we are going to have delimitation or if we are having no delimitation, it will be the decision of the Parliament by a simple majority. Okay. By a simple majority. It is not going to be now constitutional change. Now it will be simply a simple majority. Okay. So delimitation will now directly come under the ambit of the पार्लियामेंट, डिलिमिटेशन अब सीधा पार्लियामेंट डिसाइड करेगी whether to go for it or not to go for it. So this is also one of the part. Then we have other implications also. हमें फिर और भी implications देखने को यहां पे मिलते हैं कि there are some other implications also. Okay. The position of Rajya Sabha is going to decline. Okay. Position of Rajya Sabha. This is going to decline. Why? No change in seats. So in case of joint sitting, what will be the status of Rajya Sabha? 850 versus 250. Even if all the members of Rajya Sabha disagree, then also in the case of joint session, they will be able to do nothing. Okay. Even if all the members of Rajya Sabha disagree, then also they will not be able to do anything in this case. So what we see that the position of Rajya Sabha has been further weakened. Okay. So there is no such meaning of joint session now. At the same time, there will be lesser value of Rajya Sabha MP in case of election of president or vice president. In the present times, the Rajya Sabha is having a significant voice in the election of president or vice president. But once this is passed, we will see that there is going to be an implication on this. Okay. So Rajya Sabha is going to lose its importance because of this now. At the same time, what we will see that the size of Council of Minister is equal to 15% of strength. Okay. This is equal to 15% of the strength. So now what we will see that right now at present it is 81. Now it is going to increase to 122. So we are going to have 41 more ministers. We can have 41 more ministers in the Council of Ministers. So we will see that there is going to be an increase there also. Okay. Then the most important part, the implication, if we look at this, one of the most important part is the participation of MPs. See, we have on average 70 days of working. 70 days of working. And we are not counting the disruptions which are caused. So 70 days of working and 850 MPs. So again you can imagine that we are having a question hour or a 0 hour. So we are having 850 MPs. How much time is going to be allotted to them? Roughly 17 to 2. It means 140 hours are there for questions. 140 hours are there for questions and their answers. Okay. In the 0 hour and in the question hour, the MPs can ask their questions. So now we are having 140 hours. If it is functional, then 140 hours. So in 140 hours, we have to kettle 850 MPs. It means it will be roughly equal to 6 MPs in 1 hour. Yani one MP is going to get around 10 minutes per year. One MP is going to get around 10 minutes per year. One member of parliament in Lok Sabha is going to get 10 minutes for asking question per year in 12 months. It means not even 1 minute per month. Not even 1 minute per month. That is going to be the implication. So what will the MPs do? Okay. What is our MP going to do in this time? Okay. At the same time, there can also be one of the thing. There can be similarly oversized state legislature. Right now, Uttar Pradesh is having around 400 plus seats. Okay. Right now, the Uttar Pradesh is having 400 plus Vidhan Sabha seats. They can follow the same procedure. They can have 600 plus seats. West Bengal, Maharashtra, they can have 450 seats. So 450 MLAs. Okay. So what, if we look at this 131st constitutional amendment bill which has been introduced, this one may be aimed at increasing the representation of people, may be aimed at improving the representation of people, but in real what we see that there is a limited impact of it. There is a limited impact of it. It is not that much beneficial without other changes. जब तक बाकी changes नहीं होंगी तब तक इसका impact बहुत ही minimum level पर होगा. So on the basis of this, you are having two different questions. इस पे दो क्वेश्चन है. Women's meaningful inclusion in political power is essential for transforming Indian democracy. Comment. Analyze the implication of proposed changes in seat sharing among states and overall increase in Lok Sabha seats. Okay. You can get this PDF from the Telegram channel. There is a Telegram channel. There is a Telegram channel which is having the name KGS IAS. Okay. So from KGS IAS Telegram channel, you can download the PDF. So see, in today's The Hindu, only these two articles were there. बाकी कुछ political articles थे which we don't have to discuss. तो इसलिए दो ही article आज मिल पाए हैं. Okay. Because the others were somewhat more political articles, so that's why we are not discussing it. Okay. So these two editorials were there जिसका benefit ले सकते हो. One of them is very essential, the one which has been written by PRS head. तो ये जो editorial है इसको जरूर लिख के रखना. This one part is going to be essential for your upcoming exams. So any question, any doubt? This part is like the second part is quite good. PRS का जो article है that is quite good because it is like analyzing the increase in seats in a new manner. अभी तक क्या था, increase in seats was being discussed only on the basis of this part कि what is going to be the implication on states. अभी तक बस states पे बात हो रही थी. there was a discussion only on the states, which state will gain, which state will lose. But here you can see that there are multiple other aspects of it. It is not only about the states. There are so many other aspects of it, like Rajya Sabha power, the opportunity for speakers, the opportunity for member of parliament, the increase in the council of minister. Then at the same time, if the states are following the same lead, then what is going to happen? So these all portions are there, which are quite interesting part highlighted by this article. So that will be all for today. Any question, any doubt? कोई क्वेश्चन या डाउट हो आपके मन में? Team that in prelims batch test series have not been provided, only 2 has been given. I cannot understand your message. Okay, Adit, I will tell about that. Sir, can you please convey message to team that in prelims batch test series have not been provided, only 2 has been given. Acha, you are talking about crash course? Are you talking about the crash course? Okay, I will ask the team regarding this. Okay, so thank you all. Let's meet again tomorrow and then we will discuss. Try to write these answers and then we will discuss further in the next session. Thank you everyone. Take care.